The Elite Sports and Entertainment Network presents Royally Quacked, starring Cody Spink as Mr. Quack and Gary Spink as the royalty. Welcome back, fans.
How was your week this last week?
Busy? Yeah. And
Yeah.
yours?
Hot, very hot.
Yes.
But on that, it was nice. Although my back is really hurting. I don't know what I did, but my back really hurts right now. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
it sucks when you start going back to the gym and everything and having a consistent thing, and then bam, back issues.
Well, did you start kind of soft and then pushing yourself maybe too hard?
No, I've been doing the same thing, exact same stuff. Just maybe when I might do more reps or more weight on a certain thing, but nothing out of the ordinary. Good morning, Kevin. Happy Saturday, fellas. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Looking forward to the episode.
Well, thanks, Kevin. We appreciate that. We're looking to have a little fun today. I don't even think we announced what we were going to do. Obviously, we always give news, except for when we did the all-time Kings and Ducks, because that took a lot of time with our special guests and everything. So we'll probably give some news, and then you want to tell them what we've done already, Cody?
Yes. So we came up with the idea to do Eastern versus Western Conference teams against each other. So we flipped a coin earlier this week to see who would get which one. That way it wasn't like, oh, I want the East or I want the West. We flipped a coin, and I think it was like I think we just did one coin for you. It's like if it was heads, you got West. Tails, it was East, right?
Yeah.
And then so it was tails, so you got East, then obviously I got West. So then we had to make a full conference team to go against each other. But the caveat was we had to use one player from each team in the lineup. They didn't have to be in the starting lineup. They just had to be on the team at least.
Yeah, and we did a 23-man roster.
23-man roster.
Yeah.
And then go ahead.
Cody, you said this was all your idea. And even the caveat of picking one player from every team, thank you very much, which made it 3 times harder for me to do. But I gotta say, it was a challenge, and
it was,
and I forgot a Kachuk.
Well,
there's not a Kachuk on my team.
Spoiler alert.
It's a spoiler alert. Yeah. I think after we do news, we each tell them what we did. So we picked 4 forward lines, 3 defensive lines, 2 goalies, 2 power play units, and 2 penalty kill units.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the subs.
Yeah, and then the 3 subs, and then I went on NHL 25, made the teams and everything, and then I even made uniforms for each of our team, Western Duck and an Eastern King kind of one, even though the Ducks one looks exactly like the classic ones, and I kind of had fun with the Kings one a little bit.
Yeah, I thought those were pretty cool, Cody.
Yeah,
myself. They're different.
Yeah, they're different. I had a little fun with that one. I almost made it different, but Christina had me change the home one, and I honestly, it was a better idea of what her plan was.
Yeah, the women always are better at design than we are.
Yes, they are. So I listened, and I was like, you're right. I'm glad the white one I came up with, that was on my own, but the home one is what she helped me tweak a little bit. But first, let's start with the Kings news this time, Dad. Why don't you start with Kings news?
Well, it's not much.
True.
So, both Drew Doughty and Quinton Byfield were invited to the Canada orientation camp for the 2026 Italy Olympics. Now, I think there's a really good chance maybe that Doughty might be on that. Not so strong for Quinton, but the invite is really telling me and telling the world that Canada now sees him as an up-and-coming star.
Yeah.
And then should I just go ahead and give that projected top 6 lineup? I mean, I don't think it's any surprise to anybody what the top 6 lineup for the Kings will probably be this year. I mean, it's going to be obviously Anze Kopitar with Andrei Kuzmenko and Adrian Kempe, projected right now to be the number 1 line.
The AK line.
The AK line. Yeah, I know. That's pretty cool.
Just don't call it the triple or the K. And yeah, you can finish that.
The KKK line.
Oh, well, you said it. Great. There you go. We're canceled, everyone. Thank you. Have a nice one.
Well, no, it's Kuzmenko, Kopitar, and Kempe. I mean,
or we could have just called it the AAA line, the triple AK line, the AK line. But no, you had to go full race.
Well, you know, it's we got to bring some controversy into the podcast. Not that we ever believe in any of that KKK crap anyway. So at least I don't.
Episode 76 of Orly Quacked is our last one because we are officially canceled because my dad said the KK blank line. So thank you.
Well, yeah, but
it was nice meeting everyone. We'll see you guys never.
Shut up, Cody. So, but to be honest with you, the second line, if we're going to be any better than last year, needs to become the number 1 line this year. And that's Quentin Byfield at center with thanks, Kevin. Oh God, that old man put his foot in his mouth again. Mom's going, oh my God, he did it again. I can't take him out. I always have to tell him how to change. He got to change his shirt because I just don't know how to dress. So, I mean, I'm just an inept hockey podcaster is what I am. But anyways, back onto that with Byfield at center, Fiala at left wing, and Alex Laferriere at the right wing. This is a year Byfield needs to take control to be the C1. And that's not, I don't say that with saying Kopi's not going to be as good as he was last year or as good as he's been for 20 years. Because just like Eddie said on our podcast when we did the all-time Kings team, greatest king of all time. Greatest king of all time. But I think Byfield needs to take over. One, I think it gives Kopi, if he does want to retire, it'll give him at least like he's not leaving us in the lurch.
Yeah.
So, but that's the top projected top 6 lines, or not 6 lines, but 6 forwards for the Kings this year. So now on to Ducks news, which you have a whole lot of news. Well,
yeah,
not a whole lot, but just a lot more words to it.
Yeah. So Chris Kreider and Jackson Lacombe were both invited to the orientation camp in preparation for the 2026 Italy Olympics for the United States. Chris Kreider was on the 4 Nations team, so that's something to remember. And then Lacombe was part of the World Championship squad that just won this last summer with Cutter, and that was the first time they won in like 92 years, 93 years.
Yeah, I mean, and you looked at that team; it was a very youthful USA team, not with all the superstars on it.
Yeah,
I mean, the go-to guys now, but boy, did those boys step up and play. I mean, that was incredible. I was so proud. I mean, red, white, and blue all over the place, people. It was that was wonderful. I mean, you had a lot. You had Gauthier and Lacombe.
Yep, both of them were there. But Lacombe, only Kreider and Lacombe were invited to the orientation camp for this Olympics. But maybe Cutter, maybe for the 2030 Olympics, couldn't be invited. I could see that happening.
I'm going to be honest with you, Cody, just to say something. I mean, I'm a hockey fan first. I mean, I love my Kings, but I think Gauthier might be the guy who takes a huge step this year.
God, I hope so.
Well, he took a pretty good step last year.
He definitely
I mean,
did.
he what a great trade they made to get him. I mean, nothing against Draisaitl. He's a good player, but I think Gauthier could be a star.
Amen
I mean
to
that
that.
I'm saying that now as a Kings fan. I hope he doesn't beat us, but I mean then again, um, he's an incredibly a good hockey talent, man. I just,
Yeah.
he scares me.
Yep. And the next bit of news is Gudas provided an update, translated in an interview about his knee. He said, "I had knee problems, so I wanted to do the surgery, but in the end, I didn't have to do it. Rehabilitation solved it, which is certainly better than surgery. It's better now. It was nothing serious. I feel good, and I'm training normally." So apparently, like, he was supposed to get surgery, but all he ended up doing was just a rehab on it instead. But he said he's feeling better, so God, let's hope so.
So maybe that's why he had such a down year.
Could be.
I mean,
But there was,
because
but they were talking about it over the season, like he was hurt, and but he kept being played and everything. He was still playing when he was hurt. So
well, a lot of guys do that, Cody.
no, I know. So, but it's just good to see that there's nothing serious now. He's feeling good and he's training normally, so that's a good sign. And then next up is Eric Stevens on Mason McTavish. And he said, going to cut to the chase on McTavish. All the rumblings of him possibly being traded, the Ducks want to re-sign him. They want to keep him. They see him as an important part of their lineup. True, the lack of an extension this late into the summer creates wonder and generates discussion. I'm sure teams have asked for Verbeek about him. Right now, the sides have gone back and forth on deals shorter and longer in term. So it's not just a bridge, not just a long term. They're working both ways. The Ducks may not want to go 8 years, which can still happen in the news until the new CBA kicks in. But they're not just looking for a bridge deal. I say, give them the 8 years. God, please just give them the 8 years. Because I guarantee if you sign up for 8 times 8 right now, that contract's going to look really good by years 6, 7, and 8. It's going to be a freaking bargain.
You know, if you listen to the other hockey podcasts that we are so blessed to have today with technology and everything, a lot of them are going, they have Carlson as the the C1.
Yeah.
But really, McTavish right now is a better player than Carlson is as a C1.
Yeah.
And not to sign him, I mean, really. I mean, I listened to Locked On Kings the other day. Eddie brought it up, and it's like, what are they doing? You got to sign him. I mean,
yes.
He could be a generational talent.
Yeah, no, he is a generational talent. And the last bit of news is the Ducks also have the projected top 6. Let me get to that right now. I don't agree with this top 6. I would change a couple things. Right now, they have the top 6 as Leo Carlson centering the top line with Kreider on the left and Troy Terry on the right. And then on the second wing, they have Mason McTavish, Cutter Cody on the left, and Frank Vetrano on the right. I don't fully agree with that. I would do Cutter still with Leo. Why break up that pair? They looked really good together. So I would have Kreider, Leo, Cutter, and then drop Terry down with McTavish, and him have Granlund play the left. So you have Granlund, McTavish, Terry. Third line, I would do Vetrano, Strome, Killorn. Fourth line, Colangelo, Paling, and Nestorenko. And Ross Johnson never sees a second of ice time this year. Please. Please.
The traffic cone?
The human traffic cone.
That kills me every time you say it.
Oh, God. But that's what I would change out of that. I mean, I don't hate the Kreider, Leo, Terry line, but why would you break up Cutter and Leo? And you cut with that lineup, I mean, yeah, you have Kreider as the shooter, but I think Cutter could be more the shooter, and Kreider could be more of the net front guy, the guy that gets on the boards, does the dirty work. So that's what I would change. That's what I would do. If you guys have other ideas, send it to us. I want to see what you guys think too. But that's it for Ducks news. You want to move on to league news?
Absolutely.
All right, you start off.
Blackhawks have signed forward Frank Nazar to a 7-year, about $6.6 million AAV contract. Deal begins in the 26-27 season. So obviously the Blackhawks are trying to bring in the pieces they want to keep.
Yep.
So
you hear that, Verbeek? He's already re-signing players to long-term extensions. And then finally, the Wild and Marco Rossi problem has finally been solved. The Wild have signed RFA Marco Rossi to a 3-year, $5 million AAV contract extension per Frank Saravelli.
That's cheap.
That is cheap.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have him and Kaprizov and they're the kind of who plays center on that line, Cody? Why am I not thinking of the center?
Oh,
anyways, like
Eriksson? No.
When they played the Ducks the first night and that line had 9 points, and they played the Kings the next night and they had 0 points. But that team was going crazy on everybody. Somehow the Kings shut them down. I mean, obviously they worked hard at it, but maybe the guys just had a bad night. But those guys when they're going, hey, they won our March Madness thing.
Yeah.
Well, they can be deadly. And I think $5 million for Rossi. What a deal. I'd have signed him for that. Yeah, the floating lady is an aberration that haunts Cody every day.
No, she brought me coffee.
Yeah, Mom brought me my drink. I forgot it.
But, oh, God, I needed that. All right. But
signings?
No, good. Yeah, signings. The Blues are signing forward Milan Lucic to a PTO professional tryout for training camp.
Wow.
After the whole debacle between him and his ex-wife, and I guess I just found out on another podcast is that him and his ex-wife actually just got remarried. So that was why he left. We haven't seen him in the last year or two, I believe, is because of that issue.
Well, family always comes first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Avalanche have signed UFA forward Victor Olofsson to a 1-year, $1.575 million contract per Puckpedia. That seems like a deal too.
Oops. I just realized I put something in the wrong spot on the notes.
I see it. It's all right. Nobody else knows, but you just.
Yeah. Oh, well. The Predators have signed their 2025 first round pick, Brady Martin, to a 3-year entry-level contract. I believe he's staying in juniors this year, but they're just making sure they sign him now. So a little bit of that. And then I forgot to talk about the Ducks giveaway nights that they announced. I guess I'll go over that real quick.
Well, that could be league news.
Sure.
If you're a Ducks fan.
Yeah. So opening night, they're going to be giving away a Wild Wing mask giveaway. They also have a Halloween ticket pack. And then on November 2nd, they have it was in a, so I'm trying to read it. It's in Spanish for some reason. I don't know. A poncho giveaway. It says Vamos Patos with the logo on it. So they have that. November 17th against Utah, they have a luggage tag giveaway. And then for the Native American Heritage Night, which I actually kind of like that hat. It looks nice. It's a Heritage Night and rope hat giveaway with the Ducks logo on it. Next up, they also have the Nut Quacker giveaway. Like it looks like a little Wild Wing nutcracker, so Nut Quacker. And then they have the boy band giveaway T-shirt. It looks like it's Gudis, Leo, Wild Wing, Dostal, and I believe Cutter is on that. And then they have a wearable blanket giveaway, and that's January 19th against the Rangers. They have 2 fingerboard nights. The first one is February 1st against the Vegas Golden Knights. So if you were a big tech deck person back in the day, that's the giveaway for you. The other one is on March 4th against the New York Islanders. And then the Angels jersey giveaway. So on Angels night, that will be on April 9th against the San Jose Sharks. And then they also have the soccer jersey giveaway on April 12th against the Vancouver Canucks. And that's all the promos so far they have this year.
So on to other news. The Detroit Red Wings have announced they'll be retiring Sergei Fedorov's number 91 before their game on January 12, 2026 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Note from me, why did this take this long?
I just think it's funny how it's against the Carolina Hurricanes, the same team that offer sheeted Sergei Fedorov.
Maybe that's why they did it.
Yeah. Yes, Mom. No bobbleheads again this year, which was such a shame. No bobbleheads this year for the Ducks giveaway nights. No, but yeah, this took way too long to happen for Fedorov's number to be retired. Way too long. This should have happened years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then Utah goalie Connor Ingram has exited the NHL and NHL player assistant program and is now eligible to return to the NHL. He entered the program back in March. I hope he gets back into the NHL and has a good career, because I know it's been tough for him with I believe he lost his mom, I believe it was. Mom or grandma, and I know it's just been hard on him ever since that has happened.
I understand that.
So
I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So, speaking about somebody I left off my team, Matthew Tkachuk underwent surgery and could be out until January, per David Pagnotta. So, I think that's possibly why I didn't even think of Brady Tkachuk.
Shame.
I thought about that on my way home last night from work after I'd already submitted my team to you, and I go, let it go. It'll be what it's going to be. I think I still have a really good team.
No, you did. I was just shocked. I was like, wow, not one Tkachuk. I was going to message you, but by the time I realized it, I already had the simulation going.
Yeah, it's all right.
So
if I lose, it's my fault for not picking a Tkachuk.
not one, both.
But both. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they came out with the top 5 betting favorites for the Jack Adams for the next season. Number 1, Andre Turnley. I believe he's the Utah Mammoth head coach. Number 2, Joel Quenneville, the new Anaheim Ducks coach. Number 3, Martin St. Louis for Montreal. Dean Evanson, the Columbus coach. And then Todd McClellan for the Detroit Red Wings are the favorites for the Jack Adams Award. So
what? No Hiller?
Yeah, I mean, regular season Hiller, yes. Playoff Hiller, hell no.
Well, that could change this year. You never know.
That's true.
That could change this.
Yep. And that's it for the league news this week. So you ready to get into our little
East versus West? Yeah, I'd like to go over and tell everybody who I picked before we do the simulation.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to have us do anyways.
I'll just do my team first, and then you do yours. So on my first line, My center on the number one line, Auston Matthews from from Toronto. On left wing, I got just wings, David Pastrnak and Nikita Kucherov. That looks like a super deadly line.
Yeah.
Not to be overshadowed. My second line. Oh, of course, Pastrnak from the Bruins and Kucherov from the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays? Lightning. Man, I've been watching too much baseball. My second line, centered by Sid the Kid Crosby from the Pittsburgh Penguins, with Alex Ovechkin from Washington, one wing, and Artemi Panarin from the New York Rangers on the other. That's two.
Sid the Kid and Ovechkin on the same squad.
Oh my! Can you imagine how many goals Ovechkin could score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Then my third line, Alexander Barkov from the Florida Panthers, world champs. Tage Thompson from Buffalo Sabres, and then Sam Reinhart from also Florida. Now my fourth line, Nico Hischier from New Jersey. Hischier from New Jersey Devils, along with his buddy Jack Hughes, also from the Devils, and Travis Konechny, because I had to have a flyer in there. Right?
No, not Zegras?
No.
Oh, yeah. By the way,
Konechny's
a
point of game guy.
We also forgot to say we were doing based on what team they're playing on right now. Not last season, the team they're on right this minute.
Right.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, because one of my players wouldn't be for sure on this team because he was an LA King last year.
And I think I have one or two on mine. I know for sure one.
So my number one defensive pair is Zach Rosinski from Columbus. And then Slavin from...
There is no Z. Werenski.
That's what I said. Rosinski.
No. Werenski. You keep saying Rosinski.
Okay. Are you done?
No. I'll be done when you get it right.
And Jacob Slavin from Carolina. My second pairing of defensemen is Gustav Forsling from Florida and Vladislav Gavrikov from the New York Rangers. And my third line, get this is my third line defense, Victor Hedman and Adam Fox. Victor Hedman from the Lightning, Adam Fox from the Rangers. And my goalies, Igor Shesterkin from the Rangers and Ilya Sorokin from the Islanders.
Because you needed an Islander.
I needed an Islander. That's why Vasilevsky's not in there. It's not an easy thing to do. But,
nope.
You are all free to tell us how you might change these teams. And then we can find out how we did after Cody. Did we want to go over the power play units too, Cody?
Do your full squad.
Okay, power play 1 is Matthews, Ovechkin, Kucherov, Hughes, and Werenski.
There you go.
Werenski. Power play 2, Crosby, Panarin, Pastrnak, Reinhart, and Fox. Then my penalty kill 1, Barkov, Konechny, Slavin, and Forsling. And my second, Thompson. How do you say it? Hischier. Okay. Hedman and Gavrikov. My subs, Lane Hudson from Montreal, Lucas Raymond from Detroit, and Stützle from Ottawa. I took Stützle over Brady Tkachuk for some reason. Well, one is he scores a lot more points.
Yeah.
And Brady was injury prone last year.
Was he?
He missed some games.
He did.
Well, him and his brother are fighters. So Cody, let's hear your team.
All right, here's my squad. So my Western forwards on the first line, I have McDavid, Draisaitl, and Marner as my top line. Yeah.
God, that's wicked.
Second line, MacKinnon, Rantanen, and Kaprizov.
Wow.
Third line, Eichel, Kempe, Forsberg. And then fourth line, I had Celebrini with Keller and Kyle Connor.
Okay.
And then my defensemen, I had Heiskanen and Makar as my top pair. Hughes and Rasmus Anderson as my second pair.
Okay.
My third pair, I'm not too fond of, but I had to have one player from each squad. Alex Vlasic from Chicago, and then Brandon Montour from Seattle.
Okay.
And my goalies are Hellebuyck is my starter, Dostal is my backup, and I also put Dustin Wolf on there just in case as like a e-bug kind of situation. My backups for
I'll do
forwards.
that. I'll do Vasilevsky then.
Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't going to make a difference anyways.
Yeah, I know.
My backup forwards, I just picked three for one for each position. So I put Bedard, Boldy, and Kreider for forwards. I know it's too many, but I just put those.
You have two ducks on there, huh?
Yeah, but none of them were starting. But if we're doing a 23-man roster, then I'm pretty sure Kreider's not making it because I would probably put Bedard and Boldy over him. And then
That's
defensemen,
right.
I have as my fourth pair, I guess, but I'll pick one out of the two. I have Faber and Harley. Like I said, I would have had them if we didn't have to do the whole.
Yeah, I understand what you're meaning. That's what made this a challenge.
Yeah,
it really did make it a challenge.
Yeah, and then hold on. Sorry. Sorry, my sinuses are acting up this morning.
Mine been acting up.
My power play 1. I got McDavid, MacKinnon, Kaprizov, Draisaitl, and Makar. That's my power play 1.
Wow.
Power play 2, Eichel, Marner, Rantanen, Forsberg, and Quinn Hughes. And then PK 1, I have Eichel, Kempe, Vlasic, and Anderson. And then PK 2, Draisaitl, Keller, Heiskanen, and Makar.
Okay.
So that's my Western team with one from each player, or one player from each team.
Wow.
If I missed one, like I said, I want to see what kind of team everyone else would come up with.
I'd like to hear that too, because it's not easy.
It's not easy. And like I said, if we miss someone and you could find a better spot to move, I want to see. So I think it'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Opinions can be vast and different. That's for sure.
Yes. And then, so I had a little fun with this. Let's see if I can get this up here. Hold on. Let me make sure I have it on the right thing first. So here I made the jerseys for each team. So that's the Ducks away jersey.
Yeah, this is for the West.
Yeah, this is for the West. And then the Kings home jersey. See, like a little different than normal.
Yeah, purple helmet, huh?
Purple helmet.
Forum blue helmet.
Yeah,
sorry.
Forum blue
helmet.
That's why the purple's that light, is because it's the Forum blue. I try to find as close as possible to the Forum blue.
There you go.
So, and then here's the Ducks home jersey. I know it looks familiar, and I don't know why Connor McDavid is giving me that kind of look right now.
He's going, what am I doing in a Ducks jersey?
Yeah, exactly. So for everyone, you got to go on YouTube or Twitch and look at this because it's hilarious. Just he's like looking like, what am I doing here? And then the Kings home jersey. This is the one I really liked. The white,
I love that's my favorite right there. I like that.
So I like the way it looks. I thought this one came out perfect in my opinion. I think this one, how the ones I made is my favorite because because kind of my move on it. But I mean, you can't go wrong with the Ducks classic jerseys. God, just McDavid just looking at me like that, just hilarious. All right, and then so here's the first
What
game.
you talking about, Cody?
Yeah. So here's game one for everyone to see. The Kings win 4-2, 38 shots, 29 shots. Kings win 4-2. Let's see. So here are the goals right here. Slavin scored in the first period on Hellebuyck. Heischer scored on Hellebuyck to make it 2-0. Forsberg on Shesterkin to make it 2-1. Matthews scored again, make it 3-1. Rantanen scored the power play goal to make it 3-2. And then Ovechkin in the third period with the empty, it looks like an empty netter to ice the game because it was 48 seconds left in the third. So I'm guessing that's an empty netter. So the Kings win the first game 4-2. Your 3 stars of the game.
I didn't get shut out at least.
Well, you won.
Oh, I meant I didn't get shut out in the
7
whatever how many games it is.
Yeah.
Because Cody did the simulation and he has not shared that. So I am seeing this for the first time, just like you guys are.
Yeah. So
and
like I said,
after you said your team, I'm going, oh my God, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. And so here's the 3 stars for the first game. Everyone can see Shesterkin is the first star, Matthews is the second star, and Kucherov is the third star. And then game 2, I win 5-4, 44 shots, 33 shots on net. First goal, Mikko Rantanen with the power play in the first period. Then Hedman scores in the first period, so it's 1-1 after 1. Jack Hughes scores a power play to make it 2-1. Travis Konechny on Hellebuyck to make it 3-1. And then Kucherov. Oh, sorry. Konechny, and then so it's 3-1 after 2. We go into the third period. Kucherov scores to make it 4-1. And then we get back-to-back power play goals, pretty much, literally back-to-back, from Draisaitl and Rantanen to make it 4-3. And then McDavid scores in the third with 6 seconds left to tie it up. And then Celebrini scores in overtime about 33 seconds in. The guy with no pitcher, Celebrini.
God, I have to even hate him in a Ducks uniform right now. He scores with 6 seconds left. I could have been up 2-0.
Yep.
Jeez.
So that, and then the 3 stars of the game, Draisaitl is number 1 with 1 goal, 1 assist. Rantanen 2 goals, 0 assists. And then Jack Hughes 1 goal, 1 assist is the third star.
I almost didn't even pick Jack Hughes, and he got to be a star of a game. I guess I did okay.
Yep. All right. And then game 2. Or no, sorry, game 3. By the way, if everyone's wondering why it says MDA for my initials, I don't know if anyone actually knows this or not. But MDA, that's what the Ducks abbreviation used to be on TV. It meant for the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. So, a little callback.
Well, this wasn't close.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to. All right. Okay, first period. McDavid scores the first goal to make it 1-0. Adrian Kempe scores in a Ducks uniform. Yep, that's right. To make it 2-0. And then Reinhart scores to make it 2-1. Eichel scores for the Ducks. This is weird saying that. To make it 3-1 after 1. And then Nathan MacKinnon gets a power play goal in the second to make it 4-1. And then Tage Thompson scores in the second to make it 4-2. Then MacKinnon again. And it's 4-2 after 2. Then MacKinnon scores a goal in the third to make it 5-2. Sorry. And then Pasternak scores to make it 5-3. And then Kyle Connor scores halfway through the third, and that's our last goal to make it 6-3 Anaheim.
Mighty
Man.
Ducks of Anaheim.
Yep.
I think they should have never changed from that, personally.
I agree. The 3 stars of the game, MacKinnon 2 goals as the first star, Kaprizov 2 assists as the second star, and Sam Reinhart 1 goal, 1 assist for the third star.
I'm down 2-1. Let's go, Kings.
And then game 4, we win again, 3-2, 44 shots on goal, 25 shots on goal for the Kings. Kucherov scores in the first, gets a lone goal in the first to make it 1-0. And then Draisaitl scores a power play goal in the second to make it 1-1. Sorry, now I got to tickle my throat. And then Hischier scores to make it 2-1 in the second period. And then Makar ties it up with a power play goal in the second to make it 2-2. So it's 2-2 after 2. And then Kyle Connor again with the goal in the third period. It makes it 3-2. And now the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim of the West now make the series 3-1.
Not looking good for me.
Oh. And then the 3 stars of the game, Makar 1 goal, 1 assist for the first star, Draisaitl 1 goal, 1 assist for the second star, and then McDavid 2 assists for the third star.
Okay.
And then game number 5, and it's the last game of the series.
Wow, I got waxed. Luckily, I won a game.
So, and it started off really good for you guys in the first period. Hedman and Ovechkin score in the first to take an early 2-goal lead. And then Draisaitl on the power play again gets the goal. And then MacKinnon again in the first. So it's 2-2 after 1 with goals from Hedman and Ovechkin for the Kings, Draisaitl and MacKinnon for the Ducks. Then Matthews gets a power play goal in the second. And then Kaprizov gets a power play goal to tie it up again, 3-3. And then MacKinnon scores on Shesterkin to make it 4-3 in the second period. And McDavid gets a power play goal in the third period. And then another power play goal from Draisaitl to make it, that's what, 6? Yeah, 6-3. Yeah, 6-3. And then Fox and Matthews late in the third. Matthews gets a shorthanded goal. Fox gets a regular goal to make it 6-5, and the Ducks win the series 4-1. Kind of doing a gentleman's sweep in this. For the 3 stars of the game, Matthews 2 goals, 2 assists. MacKinnon 2 goals, 2 assists for the second star. And Draisaitl, the third star, gets 2 goals and 1 assist. And the series points, Draisaitl in 5 games, he had 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. You can totally tell my top players plus minus, -4, -4, -2, and some of your and MacKinnon -1, but your players +5, +5.
How did that happen? We lost.
Yeah, I don't understand. But Draisaitl 4 power play goals, McDavid 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points, MacKinnon 4 goals, 3 assists for 7 points. Matthews, 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. Kucherov, 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points. Kaprizov, in 5 games, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Rantanen, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Ovechkin, 2 and 2 for 4 points. And then Makar, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. And those are your top stat leaders for the series. So Cody finally wins a series. Finally. I am now 1-3 now, or 1-3 now in our Royally Quack challenges against each other.
Okay.
Finally.
We've only done 4?
4. Yeah,
Okay.
we've done our all-time Ducks and Kings. Then we did our fantasy draft one.
Yeah.
I lost both of those.
And then we did the one with where we
With
picked
everyone.
up with our guest that helped us pick the teams.
And I lost that one too. And I finally win one.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, son.
Thank you.
When you did the flip, what did I say? I go, you got 3 of the best centers in the
Yeah.
West.
But next year we'll switch, and then I won't forget to put a Kachuk on there like you did.
Yeah, and I'll probably lose. That was the difference. You didn't have Brady and Matt beating up Connor and Leon.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I would have hoped it had gone at least 6 games.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that too, and then when it fit, I was like, oh, it only went like 5 games. Okay, I was shocked.
Well, after hearing your team, I'm not. I'm not upset with my team, but you had firepower. I mean, you're talking what McDavid, Draisaitl, MacKinnon.
I try to put players that would play good.
You're frozen, Cody. You're looking good right now like that. Well, we're having technical difficulties right now. Cody's probably taking a drink, or maybe a shot. Oh, here he comes. He's rolling back in.
Hello?
Yeah. We lost
Hello?
you. You were frozen there for about 25, 30 seconds.
No, that was scary.
Yeah. I told him you were having a drink.
Oh, yeah,
Celebrating
totally.
your victory.
Oh, yeah. Jack in the Box iced coffee. Woo!
Well,
what was
see, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the West would win that most times, at least with the players of today.
Yeah.
We have, just because they have so much firepower. I mean, I'm not upset. I thought I had a very good team.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like I also try to keep players that played with each other and gave a little bit of offense with defense. Like Marner could be like the defensive help with Draisaitl and McDavid. Yeah, because he also could do.
Draisaitl is a pretty good defender too.
Yeah. And then like my third line, I thought was like going to be like a really like underrated line with Forsberg, Eichel, and Kempe, because Eichel's such a good 2-way centerman, and Kempe is the exact same way as a winger, and then you got Forsberg that can just score. That's why I like that line. My fourth line is the one I was most worried about, to be honest.
Yeah, I like my fourth line better than yours.
Yeah, I liked your fourth line a lot better than mine.
I mean, but your top 2 lines, I mean, as good as mine are, yours were incredible. I mean, there's nothing against Matthews, Crosby, and Barkov.
Yeah.
And you noticed I didn't have anybody duplicated on power play and penalty kill.
What do you mean? Oh, you didn't use the same player?
The penalty kill had none of those players were on the power play.
Oh, see, I had 3 players.
I did that on purpose. Well, I thought, you got to have Barkov, Slavin, and Forsling. I mean, that's a pretty good penalty kill.
Oh, I'm surprised I even scored on any power play goals with that when I saw that.
I mean, then you have Thompson, Heishire, and Hedman, and Gavrikov. And Gavrikov had a incredible defensive year last year with the Kings.
See, it was funny because I had a hard time picking a Blackhawk player. Like I had Bedard first, like over Celebrini for the fourth line center.
I would, yeah,
but
probably.
But I needed a Blackhawk, so that's why, and I needed more PK help. I had no like defensemen that were like, so that's why I looked up like on like PK units and Vlasic. I was like, oh my god, Alex Vlasic is such an underrated defenseman in this league. I'm like, and he's a defensive defenseman. I'm like, I'll put him as my third line defenseman, and he could be help on the penalty kill with me. So that's why I made that switch and stuff like that, and obviously it worked. But like I said, Bedard and Boldy were my top 2 forwards, and then Harley or backup forwards, and then I had Harley and Faber. Like I said, if we didn't have to have the one player from each team, these could have looked a lot different from each team, though.
I mean, you think of the players that I didn't have. I didn't have a Kachuk. I didn't have Sebastian Aho from was it Columbus?
Sebastian Aho's from Carolina.
I didn't have him from Carolina. I mean, it was tough, and I wanted to have at least one sub as a defenseman, and I picked Hudson because I think he's up and comer.
No, he is. I'm sorry he got snubbed from the USA orientation camp for the Olympics. I thought he would have been invited.
You think?
But he was a rookie. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I was happy with my team. I had two very young goalies for my backups. I had Lukas Dostal and Dustin Wolf together.
Yeah, well, I guess I didn't have to take Shesterkin. I could have had Vasilevsky there because I already had Panarin and Fox.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's considered the best goalie in hockey.
No, I honestly that was, I think I would have picked Shesterkin too.
So, but then again, like I said, your firepower was. I mean, who's going to stop that?
Yeah, I was very happy with my top three lines. Very happy with those top three. Like I had no issue with my making top three at all. Like no issue. I was like, wow, this is like perfect. You done?
I hope so.
Bless you.
Well, this summer I've been just dealing with sinuses like crazy.
Yeah, mine's been hitting me like since yesterday. Like I said, my top 9 forwards are so easy to put together. It was just the fourth line was a little hard to make. And then I didn't want to have Quinn Hughes and Makar on the same line, even though that would have been deadly to have together. But I also wanted to have a little defense with each one, and kind of split them up to make it harder.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. But God, that power play one with McDavid, MacKinnon, Kaprizov, Draisaitl, and Makar.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean, you take a look at your offensive defensemen. I don't have anything close.
Rowinski's your next best.
Closest one.
Yeah.
But you have Makar and Hughes, who are considered 1-2, right?
Yeah.
We're in
Zach.
Yeah, Zach, the Zach attack. He was number 3 last year?
Yeah.
Probably in the voting.
I think he was number 2. Because Quinn was out for a while, remember?
Yeah, he was looked like gonna have 100-point season.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, that's why I like this team. I had a hard time making my PK2 line, like my penalty kill 2. Penalty or power play 2 was pretty easy to put together.
I didn't have a problem picking the power play.
Yeah, power plays was easy. After I made the power play 1, well, I would say it was like, I was like, wait, should I have Marner on the top one or Kaprizov? I was like, I don't know, kind of like having Kaprizov up there on that top line. And having Draisaitl be that little, obviously having 4 power play goals really helped.
Yeah, you waxed me, dude. Although I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I'm just happy I finally win one. It was funny because we were talking about that, how I haven't won one yet. And I was like, I've been doing all the work to make these simulations and I can't catch a break.
Well, well, when we did the draft, just draft players, like a fantasy draft, we each picked a team and went against each other. how do I don't want to insult Duck fans, but when we doing the all-time Kings against the all-time Ducks, you guys don't have enough history to be as competitive against the Kings as you could be because you don't have the history behind it.
I wonder what it would be like if you didn't have Gretzky on your team. How much different would it be?
Yeah, he was like the MVP, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't. Like, I'm just curious. Like, if you guys can make a team without Gretzky,
Yeah, well, he's the great one.
yeah, but like, is he like the big difference between the two? Like, if you made a team, all time Kings team without Gretzky, do you think it could still beat the Ducks? All time team.
I think they could. It would be harder, but I guess we could try that in the future.
I still want to do. I still want to do Doug's idea though.
What was I can't remember Doug's idea.
We have to. We're like, I'll bring on my Ducks people, and we have to make the worst Kings team possible, and then you and your Kings guys
that's
can make
right.
the worst Ducks team possible and have them play.
My one sees the human traffic cone.
Oh Jesus!
That's just, you know what? That was fun. Still, I spent some time trying to make that team. I actually made it Thursday night when I got home. One thing that wasn't fair is the grandma's and papa's house. It was 85 degrees in there.
Ugh.
I was sweating when I got done, and I had to go to bed because I had to get up to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
And it was a hard time sleeping with 85. I had 2 fans on me too. So anyways, well, that was fun. I'm glad you finally won, son.
I'm glad
I want my son to succeed just as much as I do.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll have to do one where we don't have one player from each team to make it interesting.
Oh, you mean we could just make an all-star team?
Yeah. Because I'll admit, like, it was challenging to do it with one player from each team.
No, it was very, because I mean, obviously, I could have probably had a few more Florida Panthers in there. I mean, you get a guy like Bennett in there, bruiser, scores a lot of goals. I mean,
who?
Bennett.
Oh, yeah, Sam Bennett. Yeah. I would have had Harley and Faber in for my forwards. I probably wouldn't have had Celebrini. I forgot who else I could have had. I didn't have Mark Stone. I could have probably had. Who else?
I would have had a couple of Kachucks.
You would have had both Kachucks. I'm still shocked you didn't have at least one.
When I went through the stats, I mean, Reinhart was a better player last season than Tkachuk was.
Well,
but I think
Reinhart also played almost the whole season.
Tkachuk obviously had both Tkachuks had some injuries. Obviously, Matthew worse than Brady, but I mean, I don't know. I should have probably had a Tkachuk on the team. It probably wouldn't have made a difference, but you never know.
Yeah.
So,
but all right, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah, we're getting done early today.
I know. It's kind of nice.
Got plans?
Yeah, I have to go to the store and pick up some stuff, and I want to eat breakfast too. So
I had a small bowl of cereal already. We may go to the movies, so I don't know today.
What are you going to go see?
Probably Freakier Friday.
Have you seen Fantastic Four yet?
No.
Oh my god!
Why?
It was so good, and I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet. And it was Marvel.
I don't think Mom's as big into Fantastic Four as she is the other part of Marvel.
Well, she's gonna have to watch it because it ties into everything.
Oh,
watch it eventually.
Yeah. Oh, I mentioned that, and I mentioned the Superman movie. She goes, she doesn't. How many different Supermans have we had? And she's tired of new ones all the time. So
I'm sorry, Henry Cavill will always be my Superman.
yeah,
I kind of hope he plays the next Wolverine because, man, he looked good in Deadpool and Wolverine as the Wolverine in that little segment he was in. The Calvarine.
The Calvary. Other than that, it's just try to stay cool.
Yeah, it should be cool. What, it's supposed to be hot this weekend and then cool next week, right?
I haven't checked that far ahead. I'm living for today right now.
That's true. I'm just trying to get my sinuses back because, man, my sinus is just so messed up right now.
Yeah, I got you.
But all right, well, that's a wrap again on this week of Royally Quacked. Hope you guys has had as much fun as we did. If you guys can think you can make a better team than we did with what we did, then send it in and I'll simulate it and I'll see how that goes.
Well, you could have a lot of work. You're asking for a lot of possible work there, kid.
Well, hopefully, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. It didn't take too long. I can just switch up the players and it won't take too long. But if you want more content, just go on our YouTube and Twitch and give us a subscribe and follow on there, and you can see the team that like I said the jerseys I made for the squads, which I thought both of them came out really good for both teams. And you can see McDavid's weird look that I didn't even notice until we started streaming and I put it up there. I'm like, wow, he's giving me this weird look. But follow us on social media for all the updates and pictures and all the episode content that we put out. And don't forget to join our Discord as well. Everything's in the show notes. Just give us a follow there, and don't forget to give Elite Sports and Entertainment Network a follow on all social media. And we got plenty of sports content on there, so give the follow to all the guys there. So next week, what are we doing next week again? Do you remember?
Nope. I'm living for today.
I like that. We're living for today. But I'll put it out. I'll put out sometime this week what we're going to be doing next week, and then hopefully we can have some listener feedback on that one. So until next time, let's go Ducks.
Go Kings, go. See you next week.
See you next week.
A father and son, a bond so strong, talking hockey all day long. Royally Quacked, their podcast show, sharing stories, highs and lows. From the Kings to the Ducks they go, shout and go Kings.